So this little council estate here, what looks like one, just over the road from it, you've got the old Bodmin Jail in Cornwall. That part is now a hotel, so let's now go and have a look at it. So this is the main entrance, what was probably the main gate. Obviously it's been modified a lot, so there's the main entrance. Because of a lot of it's a hotel, a lot of it's not accessible, but they have made part of the prison like a tourist. They put on special effects and like 3D holograms and stuff like that. You can't film in there because it's so dark. I'm not even sure if it picked them up. But this is the only part of the accommodation where you actually get to visit. You've got the old cells, which apparently was the first prison to have single cells. And so there's, I don't know if that's a bathroom, like the old shower block or something, but that's the old torture chamber. So here's a normal cell. I don't even know if much of it is the original feature, like the bed and stuff like that, but certainly no shouting out the windows here. And this is the like where you'd have to do, well, what you'd call it, exercise or labour, I think it was. This is I've never even heard of this thing, the shot drill. $90 minutes a day. Oakum picking. You do have the crank handle there as well. It's coming up here, but it's where the name screw comes from. Or it would have been funny if the name crank would have stuck. Would have been more suitable. There's the crank handle. I actually had a go of it. There's another old cell. There are little speakers with sound effects being played. Here's a list of all the people executed in Bodmin and the reason, the dates and stuff like that.
Murder of a female bastard.
One guy here for bestiality. Now this is the original hanging pit, the execution site. They moved it, but when public executions became unacceptable, so they moved it to here. And this is the actual trapdoor, and that's the lever. Not sure if it still works. That's the original rope. And then you got the executioner's box. I'm not entirely sure what everything is for there, like the copper wire. And you have the condemned cell here as well. There's actually a model of an old officer there who I'm assuming would keep watch. And that's the death row. And I've heard about these before, but I've never actually seen one. These are actual death masks of executed prisoners. They actually do tell you some of the stories of the actual people. And there are quite a lot of these like children who were sentenced to hard labour and what crimes they committed. Mostly relatively petty offences. Yeah, this is most of it, like all these original buildings, you don't visit because it's now a hotel. So it's only a small part of the prison. Whereas if you've ever done the Lancaster Castle tour, you visit pretty much most of the prison, or what used to be the prison.